you know who, and I'm back with a new video. So if you like what you see, as usual, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, or do if you do when you watch YouTube videos like myself. So today we are going to be reviewing a pen. I discovered this pen, I guess, last week, and I was kind of intrigued because it just intrigued me a little bit, and I feel like if this works to its potential, I think it will work. Like, I might use it more often if I want to, do black and white drawings. So today I'm going to be reviewing the Sharpie Pen, like a fine line. I think it's like a fine liner. As you can see here, it says fine, so I'm assuming it's a fine liner. So I'm going to read you the back. It's smear resistant, water resistant, and acid-free non-toxic ink formula. It's also in French too, which I am not going to read. And it's liquid pencil or crayon liquid. It says don't break your pen. Don't break your lead. Okay. And all the other stuff. This is the back. I was reading this back here. So yeah. We're going to be testing them out. I got this product. I'm going to put it right here. I got this product at Walgreens, and I was like, I have never seen a Sharpie pen before, honestly. I've seen, the ultra fine ones with the white, container thing. And the regular Sharpies, but never this in my life. So I'm going to be testing them out. So, yeah. Let's go on to the canvas. What I'll be testing on today. Alright, so I'll be testing on these two types of papers. This is cardstock paper from Michaels. And this is actually my mixed media paper from Kansan. I would test it on printer paper, but because I'm going to be using Copics, just to see how this will react with the Copics. So yeah, if it works fine like any other pen, then that'd be great. So we're going to be doing that today. So let me open up the package and give you my initial thought, because I have not used these yet, so I'm quite excited how it will work with everything. Alright, so here it is. Oops. Here you go. Here it is. This is what it looks like. It's pretty nifty. And here is the nib. I don't know what size nib. I guess it's just any size. Let me see if there's an actual size. It doesn't say. But I've seen other pens like this with actual nib size. So yeah, I'm going to be testing it out and see. So yeah, let's start with this cardstock paper and just see how it reacts to the paper. the inking part, I didn't really ink too well, I know, but I only did it just to see how would it react to the paper. And as suspected, it went fantastic. It faded a little bit after I erased, but it did not smear. Let's see, is it bleed proof like it says? Yes, it is. It's bleed proof, so it didn't go on the other side of the cardstock paper. Again, I don't know how it reacts to printer paper because, again, I'm working with Copics, and you know how that goes with Copics. So yeah, it's awesome. It kind of reminds me of the Sakura Micron pens. So yeah, mixed with a little bit of the Copic ones. So I feel like this works seriously well on this paper. And as you know, Sharpie's known for their awesome, amazing boldness of black. So as you can see, it's hard to tell. The black is still bold, even though it faded a little bit when I erased. So I didn't really have to go over it that much, except trying to emphasize where I want my shading to be. And as usual, I fail. So like I said, it's a thicker pen. This has it's a fine liner, but it's kind of thick. Maybe a 0.5. So if you want to do small detail, you may have to work on a larger canvas. But if you're doing like a relatively, size little sheet paper, half sheet paper like I have, I think it'll work pretty well or whatever. So yeah, let's test on this mixed media paper and see how it does with mixed media paper, because I feel like with this it may act a little differently. It may smear because it's the texture. So it may like it, it may not like it, but yeah, you're gonna see how that goes. So I failed miserably with the inking, way worse than the yellow one because I wasn't careful how I inked the eyes. But here's my initial review for this kind of paper when I inked it. This didn't take too well with the eraser on mixed media paper, if you want to look out, because it faded quite a bit. A lot more than on the regular cardstock paper. So if you guys want to ink with this on mixed media paper, I suggest you watch out, because you'll be inking over again if you're gonna just draw on it first and then ink it and blah blah blah. Now if you're like artist with a light box, then you will not have this problem, but I'm just letting you know, Neil, it fades quite a bit on mixed media paper. So yeah, but also I want to talk about something interesting too. Now, the ink flow on this paper came out much smoother. I don't know if you witnessed any of my strokes, but they were cleaner compared to here. Let me show you. I don't know if you can tell, but on here the ink came out like nicely on here compared to the cardstock paper. But like I said, it fades quite a bit. I think it's because it's textured paper, so it'll just disappear automatically and stuff. And also I'm using I believe this is like a Faber-Castell eraser. I don't know, because it's broken, so yeah. Anyway, so now let's go to the big test. will it work with Copics, and is it actually waterproof like it says? So yeah, so first we're going to be using Copics on this paper. I have it underneath here with one of my mixed media paper, just in case if the marker kind of leaks through, because sometimes that could happen. So yeah, especially with cardstock paper. Excuse the background noise because my mom is coming in the kitchen at the moment. So this is the final, I guess, result kind of markers interacting with the pen on a cardstock paper. So I had some problem, a tiny problem. I think again because I wasn't careful, but there was some kind of warping, a little bit of color mixing going on here. But again, I think it's because of the paper. I don't know if you can see. There was some warping. It's hard to tell. I don't know. It's not picking up, but it reacted pretty good. It didn't really smear onto the colors, which is awesome. So I give props to that. Yay! Sharpie, it works well with cardstock paper on Copics. I will not be testing it with Prismacolor nor paints because I don't do well with paint, so I'm not even going to review it with paint. But I bet you with color pencil it works just fine because it's green color pencil. But I really want to test it on marker because it's a liquid. Oops, it's like liquidy ink, shirt and alcohol base. So yeah, good job. Now we're gonna get on to the mixed media paper, see how that goes. So here's the final result on the mixed media paper. Again, I didn't really color grade. This wasn't the point of the review on whether I should color nicely for this review. No, because it's just a review and a test just to see how it looks on paper. The Sharpie pen, again, as suspected, it reacted differently on the mixed media paper compared with the cardstock paper. It smeared a bit. I don't know if you can see, especially around the mouth. You can see those little black areas because, again, for some reason, Sharpie does not work well on mixed media paper. But if you have a much smoother surface like this, it works just like a Copic pen. So, do I recommend this pen? Yes, and maybe. Maybe for the mixed media paper, and a definite yes on cardstock paper, or possibly any smooth paper. Just like this with the right kind of thickness. Oh, look at the Copicness. But anyway, let's check the back and see how this looks. Alright, it's fine, pretty much. I recommend you guys getting this item, this pen, because I really like it. Overall, I really enjoyed working with the pen because, yeah. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. And if you like this review, make sure that you do whatever, like, comment, sub, or whatever you watch YouTube videos like myself, like mine anyway. And also, if you guys do buy the pen and use on like watercolors or acrylics or something, whatever paint me you do, tell me in the comments and see how does that react with like the paints. Because like I said, if it's smeared a little bit on alcohol-based marker, I don't know how it would react with like paint, because it did say it's waterproof, so I don't think it's 100% waterproof. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.